I've never said, hey, I need money from my people. I sold barbecue, but I never went to my people and asked for money. He's been begging. The old man Pop say the strongest man in the land is the man who wake up and don't have to ask nobody for nothing. He's still asking, so he ain't strong. That's why he won't sit down with me, man. But I challenge him any day to sit down.
Our loyal supporters out there. For my loyal supporters, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself, I have never asked the people for $1 in my life.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Shout out to Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I love both of my sisters. Hit the Cash App. All my rappers, hit the Cash App. Sean Carter, hit the Cash App. Beyonce, hit the Cash App. Ice Cube, hit the Cash App. Dr. Dre, hit the Cash App. Queen Latifah, I saw you on the show last night. Shout out to the Queen. Hit the Cash App. All black celebrities, hit the Cash App.
But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank.
Ain't no school happening. It don't take 3 years to get a school, and you got, well, damn near $500,000. It don't take that long to get a school. There's a million things you could have done to get a school. This is coming up with every excuse on the planet. Well, my bank, what happened, the crack trying to get my bank, and they're trying to put liens on me because that's what they do. They try to see what I'm doing for the boys.
We need y'all to call the Commissioner of License and Inspections of Wilmington, Delaware. We need y'all to call the Vacant Property Office of Wilmington, Delaware, and demand that those unjust fees be removed from our account. Let them know that you are a donor of FDMG. Let them know you are a supporter of FDMG. And let them know that if this situation is not rectified, we will march on the city and we will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware. We will sue the city of Wilmington, Delaware for racism and discriminatory treatment.
This man is so full of shit. Brothers and sisters, repeat after me, okay? Donations forever. This school will not be open, never. Donations forever. The school will not be open, never. Donations forever. The school will not be opening, never, okay? This man is so full of crap.
What I'm saying about this is the real problem with a man like this Umar brother. This is the real problem. Anybody with common sense know that this man ain't got no school coming. Anybody with common sense know that. But there's a sucker born every minute.
None other than the captain of them all, Dr. Ifatunde. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I'ma say it again. Where my Philly Africans at? Where my Mississippi Africans at? Where's my Nigerian Africans? Where are my Brazilian Africans? My Mount Caucasus Africans? You know we was the first person on planet Earth, right?
Y'all be seeing stuff saying he been raising money for 10 years. That's a damn lie. The first donation was spring of 14, St. Louis, Missouri. There was brothers and sisters there. It was a jam-packed house, okay? And we raised that money to pay the attorney to enter a bid in order to try and purchase the St. Paul's College in Lawrenceville, Virginia, which was a former HBCU built by a close friend of Booker T. Washington and George Washington Carver. That was our original goal. Raise $2 million real quick and get the HBCU. We were unsuccessful.
And this was 6 years ago, you said, yes?
That was the spring of 2014.
But I just want to point out the irony that 11 years later, he's saying that he wasn't raising money for 10 years. But no, sir, you've now been raising money for 11 years and there's no school in sight. And all of a sudden, you're about to lose the school. Mismanagement. But oh, let's not get it twisted. The lust for booty has you going all over the world talking about she. Suck the chongo stick, you nasty, nasty man. But all the while, you should have been focusing on these back taxes on this dang school and these utilities because you're about to lose everything. Have you looking like a damn fool.
FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen.
It's been trendy to call yourself a doctor, but just like the other doctor, you've become undone. You've become undone. This brother, Dr. Umar, who is a great speaker, uses his speaking ability as a weapon against the lame. What is lame? What's the definition of lame, brother?
Anything you can do wearing FUBU.
What is the definition of lame? A person naive or socially inept. He has been working lames for a long time.
You ever notice how Umar Johnson has like 5 grand openings for the same school? It's like watching a rerun, except he keeps asking for more money.
Queen Latifah, dude, I saw you on the show last night. Shout out to the Queen. Hit the Cash App.
We did it, family. We here. History in the making. Black excellence manifested in brick and mortar.
He really built it. I told y'all to trust the process.
You are standing on sacred Pan-African ground. The Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, RB&G International Academy for Revolutionary Black Boys.
You don't do any of that stuff when you run around doing podcasts. Now, I don't have a problem doing a podcast. There are a few podcasts I will absolutely do. But he's on TV. He's doing something all the time. He's always on somebody's show. He's always in another country. He's always at an event. You need, when you're doing something that has never been done, you better sit down somewhere and shut up and figure it out. I told y'all Umar was half crazy when he went on Joe Budden's pod. At the end of the pod, he listed 20 things that he was about to do. I'm going to have a women's conference, a kids conference, a journalism conference. I'm going to have a conference for relationship. I'm going to have a conference for people who like peanut butter. I said, did y'all hear this? This man listed out 10 different kinds of conferences that he's going to have. I said, do you understand how hard it is to put on one conference? But that's what happens when you're not a real leader and you just sitting around playing dolls.
Never. Donations forever. The school will not be open. Never. Donations forever. The school will not be opening. Never. Okay?
Polite savages.
Oh, I say it again. You've been had, been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Ladies and gentlemen, the polite savages, the chickens have come home to roost for the pandering Pan-African loved one himself, Dr. Umar. Seems like his school, his precious school, the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, is being repossessed by the state. Unpaid taxes, unpaid utilities. Everyone's question is what happened to all the money? It seems like Dr. Umar was in a one-man Ponzi scheme, except instead of paying out to other folks, he was just paying himself. Collection, collection, collection. And everybody knew something was a little crazy when he said a few weeks ago that he was absolutely out of money and he was telling people to hit the Cash App as normal.
Hit the Cash App.
I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. Right? PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If you want to make a donation to the school, hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on. The bank is investigating the fraudulent attempts on our account.
Talking about his accounts are frozen. Well, Umar, the jig is up, the grift is done, and no one's gonna trust you anymore. You see, you had a whole lot of goodwill. Everybody was looking at you like you were gonna be one of the next leaders of the community. But the bottom line is this: we have to definitely understand when you're pandering, when you're absolutely telling everybody everything that they want to hear, that something just can't be true. And we've seen that turn you made. You started talking to the ladies, letting them know black queens forever, snow bunnies never. Oh, the ladies love Dr. Umar. They love the way he talked to them. And they used to tell Kevin Samuels, if you just talk to us like Dr. Umar, we'll actually listen to you.
over the course of my shows, I've oftentimes had women call in and say, we don't like your tone. We don't like your tone. We don't like your tone. And when I say, all right, if you don't like my tone, who does it better? And on 2 or 3 occasions, women have called in and said, we prefer you like Dr. Umar Johnson. And I joked. And one time I made a clip. I was like, so you want me to talk to you like Dr. Umar Johnson? And I kind of did an impression of him and some guys who were kind of in his sector.
The Prince of Pan-African and Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations.
I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar.
Queen Mother Garland, Cocoa Butter, and Sea Moss Gold. And
well, you see what happens when you listen to somebody who tells you exactly what you want to hear, and you send that money in that you're never going to see again, and all the goals are going down the drain. One day the school might open up, but if it opens up, it's not going to be controlled by him, because guess what? He is 100% incompetent, untrustworthy, and damn sure a fraudster. You dig?
You preying on the sisters in the hood, homie. You act like you down with the sisters in the hood. Here's a man putting his rep on the line, talking about it. You are preying on the sisters in the hood. You are not self-sufficient enough to take on one of these women and graduate her to maturity, but there's a sucker born every minute. So he gonna keep running his script and absorb what he can from the suckers. This is where he's very detrimental to our community.
And if he sounds like a hustler, walks like a hustler, talks like a hustler, with all that peace and Pan-Africanism, with all that holier-than-thouism, all that making you feel good, as long as he's telling you exactly what you want. Understand one thing, and one thing's for certain, Malcolm said it best. A lot of folks come and try to tell you some righteousness, but they really just be here to hustle.
Dr. Umar Johnson and I both know Baba Amin. Now, I tried to get you to get Baba Amin on here. Baba Amin is the guy who Jay Prince brought from Fort Worth to come to Houston to open up the School of Prince. Baba Amin runs the Uhu Academy. He runs the Uhu Academy out of North Carolina, and it started right here in Fort Worth. So he opened up a school for Jay Prince. So this is the school Dr. Umar Johnson can't open. Baba Amin has the school.
But I just want to keep it a buck with you. This is the greater issue that we have here. You see, every time somebody tries to get behind somebody, that person turns around and defrauds them because we don't check their credentials. We don't check up on them. We don't ask questions like exactly what are you doing? We don't hold them accountable. Nobody called the police on him and said, where are our donations going? A lot of things he did was absolutely fraud. It's fraud. If he doesn't use the money donation-wise what he's supposed to use it for, if he doesn't have a ledger, if he can't show you exactly where the money's going, then guess what? He is defrauding everybody who gave him any money.
Wake up!
And since the money's coming from all over the country, that is a RICO law. That's right. Because if he has a couple of people helping him, he is running a criminal enterprise. But nobody cares when they're ripping off the community. Only thing they care about is that we look like a bunch of fools, you and me.
So Dr. Umar Johnson has been out here begging and carrying on. Came out here and tried to blame a black woman that he solicited on the internet to help him book a show and use her to take care of his mama that gets government assistance. This shit in a nasty. I mean, the interview is just horrible, okay? She told us that he was having financial issues, okay? And a lot of y'all tried to tell y'all called him a D and all that stuff, but she came through with some valuable information. She said that he didn't have no money. This is how things went. She gave us the rundown. Stuff I've been telling y'all for years, but y'all tell me, ease up off Umar. He's the good one. Spit on that.
Listen, again, like I said, a decade ago, I said this school it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.
Umar needs a 9 to 5. He need a white. Everybody know that white go get it and come back with it. You know how to put some macking down. That's why I say white is right. And I'm talking about Charleston white. That's why I tell him all that preaching about don't sleep with a white woman. Do you think a white woman will have her king that's a psychologist with a doctor in front of his name out begging before the world, looking like he ain't bathed in a few days?
FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. FDMG Academy bank accounts are still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Dr. Umar personal bank account is still frozen. Brothers and sisters, we are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Tunde. We are fighting this war against FDMG and Dr. Umar Tunde.
Something ain't right. Like, seriously.
We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We were supposed to get a refund within 4 days of our accounts being shut down. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. We still haven't got our refund. So,
man, it's crazy.
You remember when you had a doll and you was like, this doll work at the school, and this doll wash cars, this doll right here, he drive post office truck, and you were a kid. But when you get adult, you figure out, hey, in order to do this, I don't have all of the competencies for it. You can't have all the competencies. So who else can do it? There's no way I'm gonna write do what I do and write and be good enough to write this reparations book, right? So Aisha jumps in and she writes it. She has that expertise. Everybody don't have everything, but if you don't sit down, if you can't sit down and be still with yourself and deal with your own disorder, you can't help nobody else.
Thank you for watching the Tip Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness.